Welcome to Ask and Learn.
Let's talk about cost curves and what shape they take. So here we have 5 different costs, and we want to know what shape they. And I'm going to try to place in this graph here, where the x-axis is quantity and the y-axis is money. So initially, let's talk about fixed cost. Again, fixed cost doesn't change based on your quantity. Whatever fixed costs you have, they're going to be paid once, and that's it. So fixed cost is going to be a straight line. And where I draw this is not really going to matter. Here we're assuming the fixed cost is some price. Okay, so this is going to be our fixed cost. Variable cost, that's just going to be increasing time. If we have 0 quantity, we're going to have 0 price, so we're right? And we're going to increase it, right? And please assume this is a straight line. I'm doing my best. This is going to be a variable cost, right? Because again, the total variable cost is going to change with the amount of quantity, but variable cost itself is not, right? However, what we pay for 1 unit of this, if we increase, is going to be a multiplication of that. So this is just going to be a straight line. Marginal cost curve. Now, marginal cost curve, you have to remember, is a diminishing marginal productivity at some point, but I think it does increase. If we go from low numbers of workers to a decent number of workers, with each one of those workers, we're going to increase productivity. And then we get to a point in which that maximum is reached, and any number after that is going to start decreasing. So that's really important to remember, because what is going to give your marginal cost curve is kind of turn. It's going to make the marginal cost curve like a U. Right? Because during this bit here, marginal productivity is increasing, so marginal cost is going to decrease, a lot of output, and then with that point in which productivity is at its maximum, marginal cost is going to be at its minimum, and then if we add more workers, things are going to start to get less efficient, right? So we're going to see an increase in marginal cost. Okay. Now, average costs. Average total cost is going to also be a U curve. And the way to remember this is that it's going to decrease. It's going to keep decreasing until it's the marginal cost curve. After it hits the marginal cost curve, it's going to increase. And that comes from a little law called the average marginal law. Right? That's that if your margin is greater than your average, then it's going to start increasing. The total is going to start increasing. But if your marginal is less than your average, then it's going to drag your average down. So average total cost is going to be the same. $1 here. But average variable cost is also going to be a U curve. It's going to be below C. And it's also going to decrease up until the point which is the marginal cost curve and start to increase after that. So your average variable cost curve will also be a U curve. That's the one of these costs take.